Good morning and welcome back. I'm glad you found me. I am happy to be back home from San Diego, my original home. Um, my grandmother passed away, for those of you guys who don't know, and she raised me, so it's like my mother passing. Um, I think my voice is like definitely having a hard time right now. I don't know if it was from the yelling that I definitely needed to know, that I definitely did while I was in San Diego. Sometimes you forget who you are and you start behaving how you used to. But this was a calculated one. Um, anyway, tea time. This morning I am having tea, English, what is this? Awake English breakfast tea. Gosh, my voice is so raspy. Anyhow, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the English breakfast tea. It is divine. I'm using a soy creamer with nothing else in it and nibbling on some organic vanilla wafers from Trader Joe's, and they are the bombizity with this combination. I don't know if it's just that or if I'm just being hella extra with my tea, but it is amazing. I don't know if I'm just happy to be home amazing or what, but I'll tell you the truth. I could not wait to get home last night. I dropped Kyle off to Eric's house and hung out for a minute, came home, and just went to sleep. Sleep, with my clothes on. Sleep. I just woke up like, whoa. I think I was tired. My brain, I come home and the Lyft driver brings us in, and we had all this snow in Seattle. It was so awesome. I couldn't wait to get here so I can get a picture of my chicken snow angel out there in the yard. But I haven't done that yet because it's still early in the morning. Anyhow, the Lyft driver drops us off just as nice. It was great. Gave him a great review and a great tip. But anyhow, you got to take care of those people who take care of you, because I didn't know how I was getting home. Me and my little bird. So a few minutes later, I keep hearing like, I was like, what is that noise? Oh no. The car is stuck in the snow in my front yard, or in the cul-de-sac of my front yard. I, in the cul-de-sac of my front yard. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He'll get it. Or am I just tired? He'll get it. I'm kind of tired and I need to go drop Kyle off. So be patient. He'll get it. And don't go around him to go drop him off. How can you get out? Like, all these things are going through my brain. But I used to live in Chicago, so I figured I'll figure it out. And he can't stay here. He has to go visit his father. He gets to go visit his dad. It's his time with his dad, so we're getting into the snow, and we're getting in there right now. And so anyway, the Lyft driver is out there. Kyle goes out with a shovel, and I'm like, I'll kill son for the win. He comes out with a shovel and starts trying to shovel the Lyft driver out. And that took about 30 minutes. They didn't do much shoveling. Kyle did, try to shovel a couple of inches or a couple of feet of snow in a straight line behind the tires. But, when you're working, you get a little impatient when that car is not running and you need that money to be, the car to be running, to be making money. So he was kind of getting a little frustrated with the car, thus gunning the motor and not going very far. So, but I understand it. I've been there where you like, okay, this was a long drive, and then now I need to get some things together, and I need the money. And I thought, this, if he slows down, he'll get to the money because then he'll get more traction. He's just getting so worked up, too much energy, and not in a good way. So, anyhow, I kind of go outside and start preparing myself to take Akayo to Eric's house. And I said, well, I'm just going to go slow and let him continue to get out. And I didn't feel like shoveling snow because my car was definitely had a little bit of too much snow in front of it. So I just kind of did like a rocking motion and started to break up the snow with the car. Forward and backwards and a forwards and a backwards and a forwards. Not that fast. I was like, forward, and backward, forward, backwards, forwards, backwards. And so I did that for about, I guess about 15 times until I got enough for the front of my car onto the snow, because it was under my carport, onto the snow so that I could get some traction. And then, you have to go in reverse. Reverse. Actually, I didn't know that, I don't believe. And then one of our bikers said something about that. Somebody said something about going in reverse. And I just applied that because I listen. Learning is good. I listened and I applied that little tip and I went in reverse. And of course, he was in reverse also. And it wasn't working very well. But if you go in reverse, and I started to move the steering wheel kind of side to side, like threading it left and right, just slowly, but gently. Just left, right, and I just kept doing this back and forth motion and kind of pressing the gas just lightly. The car, it was still sliding, but not much. And then it just went reverse, 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 reverse. So the is actually when the tires started spinning. But it seems like when I was moving the steering wheel side to side, I don't really know if this is what was happening, but it felt like it was working. And it took me like 4 minutes to get reversed down my driveway. Maybe 5, because when I got to the end, the Lyft driver was still there. And I thought he was stuck because he had his hazard lights on, but I think he was just kind of trying to calm himself down. I don't really know. Maybe he was waiting for some cars. I was too busy focused on, like, don't break my speed backwards. I need to get up this slope, slippery slope. Like, no offense, but move. Isn't that such an American way? I'm done with you. I am done with you. Move out of the way. I gotta go and get my son dropped off. I have things to do. And I said, calm yourself down and don't give this guy any more pressure. He has already had a long enough day. Like, that is too much. And so I went forward, all the way forward. Actually, I just wanted to see if that little side thing left and right was working. And I thought, yeah, you're going to get stuck. Negative Nancy almost crept back in. And then I realized, no. Stuck. I'm not stuck. Because if this car will not go back up this slope, it is not meant for me to go and take him. It's too dangerous for me to drive this car. The tires are not prepared for that. So I chanced it. Or I did it anyway. And then I realized the car worked just fine. He was able to back up in his own time. I was able to try out my experiment. And everything worked out great. I checked my mail. My son ended up hiking back down the long driveway through the snow. Oh, dear gosh. I just heard exactly what that's going to sound like when he gets older. It used to snow so bad in Seattle that I had to hike through the snow, carrying a suitcase with a backpack on to get to my father's house. Yes, 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 those horrible parents of mine. That's how it's going to go, something like that, I'm sure. They made me trudge through the snow while they sat in that warm car just crusting on her toes, reading all that luxurious bills that had piled up from her being gone, taking care of her funeral needs with her grandmother/mother. Those parents have got to be so bad. Hopefully he doesn't and he realizes his mother was freaking awesome for getting that car out like that. Yes, hashtag give yourself some credit. I was like, whoa. Yeah, got it out just like that. Oh, yeah. Acknowledge your own stuff. Nobody else is going to. I don't know if they told you that or not, but I'm going to tell you. When you do something good, take the time to acknowledge it. Or I will. You can send me a message and I will tell you just how happy I am. I try to do it on Facebook now, but there's a lot of posts. So, and then sometimes when I do it, it's like, why is she so positive? Why is she giving me so many compliments? It's like, because you deserve it. Poof. Hashtag. Pew, pew. See, I told you I fell asleep. There's the lipstick. I was sleepy. I got some good sleep. I mean, I want to go back to sleep. But I need to get to the gym because I did not overwhelm my body. While I was in San Diego, I already knew that my stress levels, my heart was feeling heavy. I mean, as you saw in those live videos, I was feeling a little bit like closure, actually. It was a lot. It was a lot of healing. And sometimes with the healing, there's heaviness. There is, and it gets lighter. I am so happy to be back to Seattle. I love, love, love what San Diego does. It reminds me of who I am. It reminds me of my strengths. It also reminds me of my weaknesses. Whoa, boy. Though I was nothing like I was the last time I went to San Diego, I still struggled with food. Healthier food, obviously. But even within that spectrum, within the spectrum that fits all of my dietary needs, I was still leaning towards unhealthy options, unhealthier options of the appropriate foods. That part. I was just like, oh, well, it's like the difference between a baked potato and a fried potato. It's the difference between a baked potato, a baked potato that like a French fry that's made just with a straight potato, and a potato that's been fried and with egg whites or egg and a batter. There we go, with a batter. So if I was making bad choices or whatever, I would be getting the ones with the batter and then dipping it in cheese sauce. I didn't do any of that, but you get the point. It was bad choices, or not bad because I wanted it. No, not bad choices, but uh, not as not as consistent with my normal behavior. So there it is. And now I'm happy to be home so that I can figure out and get my stuff together, child. I gotta get it together. That I have to. I already started. You hear me? I woke up this morning like, okay, start this day off. What do I want to put on my stomach first? Fish oil. Really? Oh, guilty. I have not been taking my fish oil properly. So that was the first thing I had. I was like, oh, guilt, 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 guilt. My stuff just poof, pops up. Poof. So I had fish oil with aloe vera juice, actually. I put the aloe vera juice after, which I waited because I wanted to make sure that my body absorbed it properly. I did fish oil and aloe vera juice. And that was the first thing I had this morning. But I am back on my choo-choo train. I wasn't ever off of it because I don't have a train that I actually jump on and off. I just kind of live my life and eat how I see fit. That's why I'm kind of vegan-ish. Kind of vegan-ish as opposed to vegan. That's just kind of, I eat that way because that's how my body desires. My brain, my heart, my soul, but I can eat meat if I choose. I just usually don't. And when I try, I don't feel the way I want to after. Plus the work that I do, it kind of keeps me a little bit heavy. So for those of you who wanted to know why I eat the way I do, meat and me have had a poor association since I was little. My family now always says, well, you always did have a problem with meat. So they still made me eat it. They didn't know about that whole like other kind of protein thing. So I still ate the meat. And I crave meat now sometimes. Not often. Not often because I was raised eating it. But I did not crave meat like I didn't crave meat while I was in San Diego this time. What I did do was crave vegan options. And then I tried to meditate to find out what was my frustration when I would go to eat. Was it because they didn't have the vegan options? Or was it because I really, really wanted meat and I was trying to pretend like I didn't? And that can happen, especially if your B vitamins are low. You can, or other nutrients, other vitamins can be low and cause you to crave things that you don't normally eat. And so that I was vegetarian before, but I was eating veganish, didn't realize it. But when I started craving meat and I went to Whole Foods and put a hurting on that meat, that is, I went there and I got one little piece of each meat offering they had, but only the meat itself. And I put that on there and it wasn't touching. It didn't touch. So I wanted to taste each one of them individually. It's my OCD. And I ate every little, it must have been about a quarter-sized amount of every chicken or beef or fish option. And then I go to the doctor and he's like, oh, your B vitamins are low. And I was like, oh, okay. He says, yeah, that's why you're craving. I said, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So there's that little fun bit. I didn't actually look that up, so you better look it up yourself. Learn your own knowledge and information, but if you want to know and that actually applies to you, look that up too. Get back to me, and then I don't have to since I haven't done it yet. Anyhow, you guys, I am so happy to be back home so I can get prepared to go somewhere else. I started to stop in San Francisco on my way home and say hi to a friend. So, hey, friend, I love you guys. I miss you. And yes, I will be there. Yeah, my nose was itching. And I got to get this polish off, so I got to cut the video. I'm going to cut the video to go paint my nails and get to the gym. Yes, ladies and gents and lovely beings, I am going to paint my nails before the gym. I'm choosing to do that. Everything's about choices. As I meditate and keep yesterday's makeup on, instead of refreshing, I'm going to choose nails over makeup today. This morning, I'll have on new makeup later. It's part of therapy. I don't know. You just keep yourself happy. And that makes me happy. It's playing in colors, I guess. I love paint. So you go out, paint your life exactly how you want it today, every day. Continue to love yourself first and those around you. And this world will be a great, great place. Until then, loving you always. Peace.